welcome to tonight's episode of Civic Mirror Problems 101. Let's get ready to meet our first guest, Nicole from Opatopia.
Hello, fellow Civic Mirror players. I'm from Opatopia, and I would like to talk about the realization that people fight for what they believe, and people think that their view is the only way to run a society. A group of people in our country, the environmentalists, decided they would create a group called the eco-terrorists. The eco-terrorists were a group that wanted to turn hexes into trees and turn the government fascist. They were trying to go against the contract we had made, which had said that we would develop a house hex into a power hex, and they tried to change the house into a tree hex. This would have helped their hidden agenda since the hex changed to an environmental one. We thought that the citizens with the environmental hidden agendas were no threat because all they had to accomplish was to make sure that no hexes got developed. However, they thought that they needed to achieve even more, and by that, they really hurt other citizens. This taught me that compromise is really difficult because people want what is best for themselves and their political party.
Now it looks like we're ready to meet our second guest, Miss Lauren, humanitarian from racism. Let's see if she has a worse problem than Nicole brought up.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm a humanitarian, and I really care about the happiness and well-being of all of the nation's citizens. And I'm from racism. The thing I learned was that you have to be careful who you trust in society, because you never know who has hidden motives, who is working simply for the success of their political party and their own individual views. Even though some people may not blatantly go out to achieve their hidden agendas, people tend to favor their own needs over the needs and the good of the society. Also, people will defend their views of their political party. When I needed 2 education units from Emma, the owner of the education units, even though Alyssa, a competitor, was willing to pay less than I was for the unit, Emma still favored her because she was part of her political party. Emma favored her own party's needs simply because she thought they were better, even though they should have offered the education units to people who really needed them, so less people would have lost status and well-being points. This taught me that you have to be careful who you trust because you never know who is working solely to better their view and political party.
Well, Lauren, that seemed like a bit of a problem, but I think it's on to Kiera to see what's next. Hello, everyone. I'm Kiera, and I'm from West_Korea. Well, I guess I can talk about the thing I learned from Civic Mirror, and I guess that's you have to be careful when dealing with what is considered morally and legally right, especially with contracts. So contracts are a big deal, and you need to make sure that you make a contract with people if you're offering a service that could hurt you without one. So my example of this is when Dean screwed Josh over. So Josh brought in cookies, selling one for 100 Civic Mirror dollars. Obviously I bought one because cookies. But anyway, he had posted on the forum telling people of this offer, so it wasn't like Dean was unaware. Anyway, when he got to class, Dean ate one of his cookies.
Plot twist!
Anyway, Josh took a picture of Dean eating the cookie, and Dean said he would pay him later, and never did, because that's cool. And so when this case was taken to court because Dean didn't pay him, the jury decided Dean was innocent because there was never a contract made. So I think this really proves that, well, Dean may have been legally right because there wasn't a contract. What he did was really rude and not very morally right. That's like not acceptable. Anyway, so I learned that you really have to be careful who you deal with contracts and who you deal with what's legally and morally. Well, thanks for tuning in. I think we've learned a lot. Civic Mirror has allowed us to witness many problems, such as struggles with elections, budget bills, and different events. From Nicole, we learned compromise is difficult, and to be successful, people focused on their own hidden agendas. Due to this, Lauren pointed out that you have to be careful who you trust. Kiera finished this off when she mentioned the necessity of contracts to ensure that morally wrong crimes will be noted as legally wrong as well. Bonus tip of the day, folks, we all here said that in order to be a model citizen, you should participate in your community and stand up for your views and what you believe in.
The crack.
I'm sorry.